Hi there, this is Andrea Isaacs, and she's going to show emotional alchemy as related to the Enneagram.
Hi there. I'm going to start with a question. Have you ever found emotional change difficult? If you're like most people, you raised your hand. You noticed I did too, right? You know, it doesn't have to be that way though. What happens when we get triggered is we respond in a way that's inside our comfort zone. And I really believe that if we want to respond well and deal well with challenging situations and challenging people, that we actually need to increase our comfort zone. And I have something to show you that's actually very easy to do. That is a way that increases our comfort zone, makes it easier to respond to life's challenges. Would you like that?
Yes.
Cool. Well, this is based on a personality system called the Enneagram. Ennea means 9 in Greek, and the Enneagram describes 9 different personality styles. Each one has different strengths and gifts and different challenges. And so I'm going to show you something that captures some of what each type is known for and also what each personality type most needs. What we're about to do is based on 2 Sanskrit words I want you to know. You may know them already. One is mantra and one is mudra. A mantra, a very common mantra, is Om. It's actually any sound, phrase, or sentence that captures what it is you want to attract more of or you want to embody more of in your life. And a mudra traditionally could be a prayer or meditation position. And I take a lot of creative license with both of these ideas because I say that a mudra could be any body position that captures what you want more of. So I'm going to invite you to repeat after me what I say and what I do so you can actually feel what this is. And you'll get a feeling not only for each of the Enneagram types, their gifts and what they also most need, but also I think as we go through this, you might find something that will be useful in your life. The next time someone pushes a button and you're about to react, because you know, we don't have to react the way we always did. The reason that we do is we don't have a neural pathway yet for a new way of reacting. And if you join me in this, you will actually be creating new neural pathways for a really brand new range of emotional ways to respond to life. So we'll start with type 8, the challenger or the leader. Something that captures what they're known for is they're direct, they're naturally confident, they're decisive, and they're very quick. So something that captures that could be, I hold my ground and I speak my voice. And if you do that with me, just notice your body and notice how you feel inside. Now, because this personality style does that so often, so easily, they don't really need to cultivate any more of that. What happens for them is because they're quick and they're decisive, when they're less emotionally healthy, they get very quick, very decisive, and to the point that they can be almost brutal and get angry easily. And that's really not a great way to respond when your buttons get pushed. So what I find that this type most needs is something like this. I speak gently from my heart. And if you join me and repeat that and do it yourself, I speak gently from my heart, you might notice that your energy can soften. Now imagine if you got angry at someone for good reason. If you were to respond from a place of anger, can you imagine that would go into a fight that would escalate? But if you say these words first, I speak gently from my heart, you can still say what you have to say, but you say it from a softer place, from your heart, from a place that's easy for someone else to connect with you. And then you can be heard, and you can actually have a conversation and usually learn something about each other. It's a very productive way to deal with anger, for instance. Type 9, often called the peacemaker. They're known for wanting inner peace and for wanting everyone around them to get along well and to have inner peace in their world as well. So something that captures what they're known for might be this. I'm calm and serene. Join me in that one. I'm calm and serene. And as you say those words and do that mudra, you might notice that calm, serene feeling in your body. Now, what happens to this particular personality type is they crave that inner peace at all costs, to the point that they won't bring up a potentially challenging conversation, or if they were hurt or offended, they won't say that because it may disturb the peace. They don't want that. And so what happens over time is they start to feel that no one notices me, and they act like I'm invisible. No one even cares what I think. My opinion doesn't matter. I don't matter. And they have this anger inside, but because they crave the inner peace, they won't let anybody know. And that doesn't really serve them or the people in their lives. So here's a mantra and a mudra that captures what the peacemaker in all of us most needs. I have a sturdy core, and I am here. And join me in that.
I have a sturdy core, and I am here.
And if you hold that a moment, you'll train and strengthen that neural pathway. And if you ever start to feel shy, or that you don't matter, or your opinions don't matter, if you even say this quietly in your mind, it'll energize that neural pathway, and you'll be able to speak and show up and tell people what you think, even if they've hurt you. The next type is the perfectionist. And something that captures what they're known for is their ability, their ease in organizing, and the detail, and making everything more perfect. They really crave to make this a perfect world, and they work really hard to make everything in their lives even more perfect. So something that captures what the perfectionist in all of us, because we do have parts of all types in us. Something that captures what the perfectionist is known for might be this. I have graceful precision. And if you join me in that, I have graceful precision. You'll have a feeling about how important it is to line things up, to be precise in a graceful way. Now, what happens to this particular type is they get so adamant about things being even more perfect, and they try so hard, and I'm starting to feel a contraction in my body. The energy gets more rigid because things have to be right. Things are never good enough. It can always be more perfect. You can be more perfect. I can be more perfect. And the inner critic is just beating me up, and it's beating up everybody else, so that perfectionist is always doing this. You should have done it this way. It would have been more perfect. And that doesn't really work well in any communication. So something that the perfectionist in us most needs, and if you recognize that quality in yourself, you might really like this one. I take myself lightly. And of course, I'm asymmetrical. And it's not like you're throwing it away, you're giving up, but there's a feeling of accepting yourself. Join me in that one.
I take myself lightly.
And if you ever hear that your inner critic is criticizing you, or if you ever hear you are criticizing someone else, say those words quietly in your mind. And it will shift how you respond if you're criticized or if you're feeling some judgment in your mind. Moving on to the nurturer. What they're known for is helping other people and giving and being of service. They're so good at that. They know what other people need before the other person does. And so a mantra and a mudra that capture what the nurturer is known for might be, I have loving generosity. And as you say those words and do that mudra, you'll start to feel that giving from your heart. Join me in that one. I have loving generosity. And now what happens to the nurturer in all of us is we give and we give and we give so much that not only is there nothing left, but we actually don't even see someone who's right in front of us who's there to love and support us. We don't even recognize it. So something that the two in us most needs might be something like this. I am receiving your love and support. Join me in that one. I am receiving your love and support. And as you say those words, you're allowing something to actually enter into your heart. The next one is known as the achiever. The achiever is known for having a goal, knowing exactly what it's going to take to achieve that goal, the steps that need to be done, the timing, the sequence, everything that needs to be done, and there's no doubt this will get done. So a mudra and a mantra that capture what the achiever is known for could be something like this. I'm going for my dreams. Join me in that one. As you say those words, really see what it is you're going after.
I'm going for my dreams.
In that direction. And I'm going for my dreams. It has a focus and a direction, and it's very definite. Now, what happens to the achiever in us is that we get so focused on that goal that we don't want to see, we don't have the time to see any interruption, especially if it's something emotional. because this personality style sees emotion as inefficient. I don't have time for that. And they'd rather just plow right through it and avoid it, not deal with it at all. And that doesn't really work well in any kind of relationship. So something that captures what the achiever most needs might be something like this. I value time for deep heart contact.
I value time for deep heart contact.
Join me in that one. I value time for deep heart contact. And you know, it doesn't have to take a long time. It's just useful to take a moment to really connect. And then we have a type often called the individualist. And what the individualist is known for is the emotional breadth and depth. They'll take in the joys and the sorrows. And they're creative, out-of-the-box thinkers. And so something that captures what this particular style is known for might be this. I have easy creativity. Join me in that one. I have easy creativity. Now, what happens for this particular style is they can create and create, and there's a lot of emotion connected with that. And because they value emotion so much, it's easy for them to go into any emotion, including drama and the pain and suffering that they experience. And they tend to feel like they're never understood. And so they get attached to their story and attached to the drama. And that's not a great way to live, or it's not very useful in your relationships. So something that's very useful for this particular style could be something like this. I'm free of my story. Join me in that one. I'm free of my story. It's so useful to be able to let go of that emotional drama. Moving on now to type 5, it's the observer, sometimes called the thinker. Something that they're known for is the ability to have this, they focus in depth until they fully understand something. They can focus without distraction for a long time because they really want to get to the bottom of something. And they have a lot of wisdom. And they can put together all these different ideas and create and invent. So there are many things that capture each of these types, of course, but something that captures what this style is known for could be something like this. I have profound focus. Join me in that one. I have profound focus. It's almost like you have blinders on and you can only see one thing, but you see in depth. Now what happens to this style is they focus so much. They love that zone that they get into when they're that focused. That interruption is hard for them. They forget that you exist. They forget the world exists. And so something that's really useful for this particular style is something like this. I can be in the world. Join me in that one. I can be in the world. And then they have a blend of actually connecting to people, engaging in life, and having the ability to focus. The next one is the trooper, or the loyalist. Something that captures what they're known for is their ability to commit to someone or something. And their commitment is steadfast. And they're great team builders. So something that captures what they're known for could be, I have love-inspired loyalty. Join me in that. I have love-inspired loyalty. And with each one of these mudras, take a moment and really feel that in every cell of your body. The more you feel that in your body, the more you're exercising and training and strengthening that neural pathway. Now what happens for the 6 is, for this particular style, they're not really sure sometimes where to place their loyalty. Should I trust you? Or maybe I should trust you. Or maybe you know. I'm not sure who knows. I know I don't know. So something that captures what this particular style most needs could be this. I honor my inner knowing. And join me in that one. I honor my inner knowing. And know that you do know. And the last type is the enthusiast. And something that captures what they're known for is their optimism. For them, the glass is always half full. And they can reframe even challenging situations to a positive story. They're almost always happy and full of joy. So something that captures what they're known for could be this. I'm raptured, elated, and thrilled. Join me in that one. And I'm raptured, elated, and thrilled. And feel joy coming out of every pore. Now, because 7, this particular style is so happy and enthusiastic and energetic, they feel like they have to devour life because life is so good and rich that they forget that they have enough. They forget to be grateful. And so a mantra and a mudra that capture what this particular style most needs might be this. I am joyful, radiant, and still. Join me in that one. I am joyful, radiant, and still. So the mantras and mudras that we just did together are somewhat generic. There's one for what each type is known for and one for what each type most needs. In my programs, you have the opportunity to custom design your own, because when it's custom designed for you, for what you most want and need, it's even more effective. So I hope you at least practice some of what you learned, and if you have questions or you want to create your own, contact me at bodywisdomworks@gmail.com. Thanks for being with me.
So can I ask a question? Is the Enneagram something that you are born with, or does it change over time?
They say that your type is already there when you're in the womb.
Oh.
Any woman who has carried more than one child has said that these kids were so different even when they're still in the womb.
Oh.
Now, your emotional level of health can be higher or lower depending on your the nurturing environment that you have or you don't have. But your actual type does not change in your lifetime.
Yeah. And do you have a test on your website where people can find out?
I don't, but if you email me at bodywisdomworks@gmail.com, I will email you some links to some of the types that I really like. Some of the tests.
Awesome.
That I really like.
Well, thank you so much.
Wonderful to be here with you.
Yeah, have a great day.
Bye for now.
Bye.